What is going down? I am Sammy Goldberg. Welcome to Mr. Legal Entertainment on AboveTheLaw.com. Have you ever noticed how many television shows merge the law and entertainment every day? I remember when I was in law school, if I didn't feel like studying, I would flip through the channels and purposely try to find a legal show on there because I didn't feel guilty. I felt as if I was probably studying by watching these television shows. And these television shows get millions upon millions of viewers day in and day out. And we thought it was about time that we have a show where we speak to the creators, the writers, the actors, and the directors of all of these great legal television shows. And today we have Josh Berman with us. Josh Berman is the creator and executive producer of Drop Dead Diva, and he was kind enough to sit down with us and do a telephone interview. Without further ado, here is Josh Berman. So right now we're hanging out here with Josh Berman. Josh is the creator of Drop Dead Diva, which airs on Sundays at 9 p.m. on Lifetime. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great. Thanks for talking to me.
No, thanks so much for coming on the show. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You have a law degree, you went to law school, you're a lawyer.
I did. I have a JD MBA from Stanford. I graduated in '96, and then I started my career as a TV executive. And then in 1999, I started writing, and my first writing gig was the first season of CSI, where I stayed for 6 years, left as executive producer, and since then I've created a couple shows. The one that's actually worked is, thank God, Drop Dead Diva, which is in its fourth season now. The finale aired September 9th, a week from Sunday.
Now, for people that don't know about the show Drop Dead Diva, can you tell us a little bit about the show?
Sure. Drop Dead Diva is a dramedy. It's a one-hour comedic drama. It's about a wannabe vapid model who comes back to life as an overweight but brilliant attorney. And it's really about loving who you are and finding happiness at where you're at in life. As this woman gets a second chance to make a difference.
I've seen the show. I really like it. And how did you come up with the plot line for this?
You know, the true reason how I came up with Drop Dead Diva is the big inspiration for me growing up with my grandmother. Her name was Deb. That's the name of the model on the show. She was a 5-foot overweight Holocaust survivor who believed she could do anything.
Oh, wow.
And even though she didn't look like it, she carried herself like she owned the world, and she walked the walk of a supermodel where no one was going to say no to her. And I couldn't very well sell a show about an overweight Jewish grandmother.
Yeah.
So instead I came up with the character of Jane and put the spirit of Deb inside of her.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I was watching the show today, actually, and you guys have a lot of great celebrity guests on the show. You have Kim Kardashian, I saw. I think I saw Star Jones was on the show.
Yeah, Star Jones was on last week, and then in our season finale, we have Chelsea Kane and Ethan Embry and Brianna Brown and Kelly Osbourne of the Osbourne family.
Oh, wow.
We do. Emmy Magazine said we're one of the best shows in television for guest stars to work on. I think it's because we have such a positive vibe on the set, and our cast is so nice that people leave having a great experience.
Everybody looks like they're having a really good time as you're watching the show. And what I want to know is every show you have different case law. How do you decide what cases that you guys do on the actual program? Do you have researchers there that help write the show that are lawyers? How does it all work?
4 of our 8 writers are lawyers, including myself. So that we draw a lot on real-life cases. We have subscriptions to all the legal services, so we're always combing for entertaining and exciting cases with legal and ethical twists.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys go on LexisNexis, Westlaw, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff. And then even just finding stuff in the LA Times, anywhere where we can get, we're sponges for good stories.
And it seems as if a lot of aspiring actors, they end up as attorneys. Do you specifically look for actors to play on the show that are attorneys when you're casting specific roles?
No, I think a good actor is a good actor, so we don't need actors. I mean, if an actor is an attorney and that helps them get the part, then terrific. I'm all for that, but we're not requiring that kind of method acting.
And what advice do you have for lawyers who want to break into the entertainment business?
Write as much as you can. Every 3 minutes you should be writing. And just hone your ideas and write facts and, spend your evenings and weekends. If you love your craft, if you really, really love it, you're not going to mind all the time that you have to give to it.
That's great advice. And my final question is, when you were in law school, did you know this was what you wanted to use your law degree for?
Even in law school, I used to write little stories on the sides of my notebooks back then before we had laptops in class, and it's funny every now and then going back and finding one. I actually wrote a story about it could just be like paragraph ideas for stories. I wrote one about a woman who divorced a guy, and then she wanted a kidney back that she had donated to him. And that actually became the second episode of Drop Dead Diva. And I remember I wrote that out during a civil procedures course at Stanford. So
that's really funny.
I never know when stuff will come back, but I always thought it would be amazing to make a living being a writer. I never thought I could do it because it's a scary leap to take. But I'm obviously thrilled I made the decision.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. We really appreciate it, Josh.
Thanks so much to Josh Berman for calling in. Definitely check out the season finale of Drop Dead Diva on September 9th. And remember, you're watching Mr. Legal Entertainment, and you have been legally entertained.